Snake eyes.
Wow.
Are you fudging your rolls to make the worst character ever?
No.
By worst, I mean best.
Hello, and welcome to the Jaunty Mantis, a podcast of creative questions for curious gamers. I'm one of your hosts, Jesse.
I'm Matty.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Anna.
And tonight we're doing something a little special. You might remember a while ago we reviewed Troika, Numinous Edition, and Matty and I both equally loved it.
That's not true.
What did you think of Troika, Matty?
I thought it was a good read.
Okay, generous of you. I don't think the Troika community is going to be as vehement as the Draw Steel fans, so I think we're okay. But as part of a secret manipulative plan, I then secretly helped Chris get Troika pilled, and he threatened to run it for us, and now we're finally able to deliver on that promise these 2 to 3 years later.
Mm-hmm.
So cool, Chris. You're going to tell us about Troika. Take it away.
Welcome to Troika. We need to make characters.
Cool.
We're going to cut right to it. Anna will be reprising a character from a previous Troika game we played in. I ran. And we'll get to that when introductions are made in a little while. But Matty and Jesse, you need to determine your stats, and buckle in, guys. This is going to take a while. There's 3 stats. So the first and most important one is your skill, which is just your skill. That gets added to basically nearly every roll you make. And that's a 1d3 plus 3. So whatever your preferred method for rolling a d3 is.
Oh, I got a 1.
Plus 3, so 4. And Matty, how about you?
Is
What's
that
your
good?
skill?
I got a 3.
Well, that's better. I don't know if a 1 is bad, but that's definitely better by a factor of at least 3.
So he's a 3 plus 3 out of 6.
Mm-hmm. That's very good. For your stamina, you'll be rolling 2d6 and adding 12. Stamina is more or less your hit points in this.
Snake eyes.
Wow.
Are you fudging your rolls to make the worst character ever?
No.
By worst, I mean best. I mean,
The stamina is 18.
right. For luck, it'll be 1d6 plus 6. You have the
Got a
ability
6.
to test your luck in response to various situations in the game. You're rolling against your current luck when you do that and trying to get under. And Troika has a roll under unless you're doing an opposed roll like combat, and then you're trying to roll high and compare to the other entities total. So luck goes down by 1 every time you roll it. And don't let me forget to remind you all that in combat, you can test your luck to break a tie on your combat rolls.
So the basic mechanic is roll under the value, and you're rolling 2 6-sided dice and adding them together?
You now record your baseline possessions. And before I tell you what they are, if you look at your character sheet, you'll see, I believe, 12 slots. And those are ordered. Anything closer to 1 is easier to grab. So anytime you're pressed for time, like in combat, and you're trying to grab something off your person, you roll 2d6 to see if you can get it without basically spending your turn. So anything in slots 1 and 2, you're basically always going to get. But anything else you might, basically the more important it is, the higher up in that list it goes. And that includes things like arrows or bullets. So the baseline possessions are 2d6 silver pence. So if you roll 2d6 and determine how many of these coins you have.
Oh,
Or
great.
12.
Did you get 2, Jesse?
No, I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Well, almost as good.
I know. I'm on fire tonight.
The next thing you have is a knife. You have a lantern and a flask of oil. You have a rucksack, and you have 6 provisions. And you can eat a provision to regain stamina, but you can only benefit from that twice a day. So you could eat all your provisions, but only 2 of them will actually refill your stamina unless you rest for 8 hours. All right, this is the good part. we need D66 rolls to determine what your background is. So you need to determine which 6 is going to be the first and which one's going to be the second. All right, 45. What's your number real quick, Jesse, since you're probably already looking ahead?
52.
Ooh, man, we're getting up there. I don't know that I've seen most of these higher. All right, Matty, you are a red priest. I believe you have the PDF of the Troika book open. So if you'll go to PDF page 24 of that and copy that stuff to your Scratch document, you are an anti-sarkic evangelist of the Red Redemption, wandering confessor, a cauterizer of the festering wound of sin, the constant accumulation and consumption of mass. Only by rejecting all earthly matter can one be unshackled to the density which binds them to the demiurge.
That sounds like a super chill Gnostic faith. I love that.
Yeah, we love this. You can note your possessions, add them to your character sheet, and when we come to describing our characters, perhaps mention them. Also, advanced skills. So this is a skill-based system. The number next to it is what you'll add to your skill, which then you'll add to your dice roll.
I am a sorcerer of the Academy of Doors. And before I read my description, my possessions is a small functional door worn on my forehead through which I channel magic.
Amazing.
I love it. I am a student at Troika's most prestigious wizarding academy, pride of the city, experts in pan-dimensional mobility. You were finally able to penetrate the 8th door, and I am no master, but few outside your peers can claim to know more about the vagaries of skyward travel than me.
And then, Anna, we should at this point probably mention your background, which I believe is from the Forest Primordia Troika adventure, which we played. Tell us what that is.
So my background is the Abyssal Myth Crusher. You have emerged from a grand interminable darkness with a single purpose: dispel the many illusions plaguing the omniverse. Whether it's a guru's whisper, a tyrant's promise, or the imaginary grind of mad economies, you know they're nothing but lies. With enough introspection, even time and matter are revealed as fantasy. Everything happens again and again until the lesson is learned. I
love these backgrounds, you guys. If stuff doesn't make
pretty
sense, that's an exciting opportunity to make some shit up to make it cool and fun for you and us and the listeners.
This is very weird fantasy, very freeform. I'm loving it already.
All right. Your characters are essentially made. I will have you introduce yourselves to each other once we get to the appropriate point in play. So consider what your name is, what your vibe and fit are. And if everybody's ready, we will start the adventure. All right, you find yourselves in the lobby of a very fancy hotel, the Blanche and Thistle. You are all here on a very busy time for the city of Troika. There seems to be no room in any other hotels, but why would you want to stay anywhere? This is one of the fanciest ones in all of the city. It is cast in golden chrome, the chandeliers, the ironwork, the thick and colorfully mismatched carpets. There's paintings from every style and era one could imagine. All around this lobby, there's guests in deep nooks having quiet conversations. The employees all seem to be mandrills, and many of the guests as well. These are fur-covered people with colorful muzzles. They are very much like the primate of our human Earth world by the same name. The lobby smells of brass polish and some sort of like artificial cherry scent, like it's being piped in. Now, the concierge has just informed you that they're hosting the annual Feast of the Chiliarch on the roof. This is a citywide celebration. And that means that unfortunately there is only one room available, and it's on the 6th floor of the hotel, the top floor. And you must attend the party. They're delighted to have you. And unfortunately, you've all agreed to share the room. It's the only room left. It's the only way you're going to get accommodations in the city. So at this point, you may take a moment to examine your new bedmates or roommates. Not clear how many beds are in the room. Who would like to describe their character first? This is what we, the viewing audience, and your compatriots would just see. I mean, we just want a visual description.
There is a sort of a gender-neutral individual standing in the lobby, dusky-skinned, kind of a chin length, whitish hair. They're dressed in very muted clothing, a lot of fabrics that are just sort of robe-like, fairly short in stature, not a whole lot of weight to them. They're almost a little bit spidery.
Who would like to go next?
My character is a gaunt and slightly stooped figure, as though bent over a book perpetually. His wavy shoulder-length hair is brown but stringy. He has a sad little wispy goatee. His skin is sallow. His dark circles under his eyes. One side of his kind of drooping mustache is stained with ink, as though he's constantly tugs at it, as are his fingers. But he is wearing like the shiniest robes. Just like geometric shapes of gold embedded under the red cloth. They catch the light everywhere, and he seems very proud of them, though very uncomfortable with being proud.
Amazing.
My character seems like an impossibly old man, but you don't see his face. He's wearing a traditional like metal helmet or mask of the Red Priest. He has the cloak and hood, but he moves very slowly and very intentionally. And his hand, he has this large, battle axe that he's carrying around. It seems very heavy, and his hands seem to shake, and he wobbles as he walks with it. And these are the cues that he's very old. His voice is very cracked and kind of rough around the edges, and it makes you uncomfortable. And he often just kind of stands holding the axe as if it's the only thing in the world that will keep him standing upright.
Anna, your character has been handed a silver room key on a chain too small for any neck and too large for any wrist. Please mark that in your inventory.
Well, I suppose it's only proper that we get to know one another, since we'll be having to share a room. This is a fine chance to make new friends. Just what I had hoped for my graduation party that no one has arrived yet for. So wonderful. I am Gormer, the Underbursar of the Academy of Doors. I've recently, as you can see, attained the 8th door and earned this fine robe. Well met.
Greetings. I am Darlo Tik'l, the Red Priest. I'll just stand here while you enjoy the room.
It's nice to meet you both. It sounds like that maybe there is a party upstairs. Golmar, did you say that was your name?
Gormer.
Gormer,
the Underbursar. Yes.
Gormer. My name is Moth. I've come a long way. It's nice to meet you both, and I hope that we are able to enjoy our room together.
Yes, indeed. Well met, Moth. Most pleasant to meet you. As we journey upwards towards our room, perhaps you could tell us about the strange place you've traveled from so far, far away. As a wizard of the Academy of Doors, I know a thing or two about interdimensional travel, if you will. So, yes.
Yes, I come from the swamp. It's where I've spent most of my life.
The swamp? I've not read of it in any tome. I'm excited to know more.
What do you do in the swamp?
I seek out lies and try to bring truth, try to dispel lies, that is. I tend to travel quite a bit.
Now,
Very interesting.
There is an illuminated glass map of the hotel standing prominently in the foyer. There's the lift to take you up to the 6th floor, as well as a flight of stairs. Also, there is, by all accounts, a bar down below the lobby. So, what do, as they say?
So I have to go to this party, correct?
Well, I mean, it's a role-playing game. You can do anything you want. But the premise is your room's on the 6th floor. Above that's the roof, and the goal is to reach that room. So if you want to do something else, I'll roll with it.
No. I want to go along with the game.
I'm
just trying to discover what my motivation is to be forced to go to the party, considering I have abandoned all earthly elements.
Mm-hmm. You make a strong argument. I bet there's a lot of earthly elements to abandon up there. But also, at the very least, you need a room to stay. So
I must confess, I'm of two minds about what we should do next. As we only seem to have one key, I think it's necessary that we travel to the room together. But before we attend the party on the 6th floor, which sadly is not in my honor, none of my friends did arrive yet. But I must confess, though you may be surprised to hear, I grow slightly nervous in social occasions with large numbers of new people. And so a little bit of liquid lugubriousness or courage, purchased perhaps from the bar below the lobby, might do me in good stead, and I would be most honored if you would all accompany me for some convivial convection of thoughts and whispers, as it were.
Yes, you're among friends here, and I would be happy to join you.
Lovely.
You hear him sigh underneath his mask. I will come along and judge you.